Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Roundtable Reacts. My name is Matt, aka Sir Knight, and this is going to be my reaction to the Mandalorian Season 3 trailer that dropped from over this past weekend. The Mandalorian is hands down my favorite thing on television that's streaming, that's available right now, hands down, bar none. No competition. Got my love for Star Wars reignited, got me into Clone Wars, Rebels, you name it. It's kind of thanks to it all. There were two shows that inspired me that I knew would have to do when I started this channel, and that was The Mandalorian, and then when Netflix comes out with Avatar. So, God, I hope that's good. Please, don't mess that up. So yeah, I'm just super excited. Really want to get this trailer under my belt. So let's do it. This is the way.
This is
Season
the one
one,
that you saved.
season two.
You are as its father.
All right, that's new.
The clan of two.
Yes. Oh, I love that.
But you have removed your helmet.
Yeah, come on, you need to relax.
Then you are a Mandalorian. No more.
Who put her in charge anyway? Oh, Bo.
Your cult
Oh, look at all those different colors. Grief.
fractured our
That's R5. Ooh, what a shot. Oh, what a shot. Good question. She's not a fan of the children.
Dad was the only Mandalorian.
That looked like Hondo, or his race. Pershing, Grief, Tatooine, Babu.
All right, kid. Hang on. You ready for an adventure?
Hell yeah. Oh, that's adorable. Oh, chills, goosebumps. Oh, damn. Holy Santa Claus shit, that was awesome. Wow. Oh, 2023, which I knew that, but when January, February, March, April, May. Oh, I hope they don't make us wait longer. May I can tolerate. That'll be like the most as impatient as I can, as patient as I can be. Um. Oh, that was so good. Okay. So cool. That that stuff that was fire. Whew, I'm gonna listen to that again. I'm gonna watch this again. Okay, loved the 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 pacing of the trailer. It showed a lot without showing too much. It was just like the perfect appetizer. Like all I'm gonna do is daydream some more about this. Okay, so we saw um, not a ton of new characters, if not maybe some bad guys and more. I saw a lot more Mandalorians, different colors. So there's gonna be a showdown of some kind within the Mandalorians, which has been their problem since we've started seeing stories with the Mandalorians. So I'm really hoping that Din is getting gonna be caught in the middle of a tug of war between the armorer and Bo, and they're not gonna like each other. They're very firm in each of their own set of beliefs. about who's right and who's wrong, and maybe justifiably on both sides. Bo made a good point of they wouldn't have been fractured if the Children of the Watch hadn't done what they'd done, and broken off. I don't know how the numbers were, how many there were that went back to the ancient ways. So could that have been it had to have been significant enough to make a difference in the fight against the Empire because they lost. I mean, clearly, um, that shot of the dome city and what's left of it, that was amazing. And then him coming down that great hall walkway with her in the throne. Oh, that's gonna be my that's gonna be my thumbnail for sure. Okay, so what else? What else? What else? We saw R5, so we know he goes back to Tatooine for something. Ends up with R5 on his ship, or maybe it's a different ship, but it looked like his ship. Um, so I don't know why he'd need a droid, but we'll find out. We saw the monkeys and the trees. I don't know if that was like Mandalore, you know, with with the nature having taken it back, taken it over. That could be. Saw Grief looking pretty regal and red. So I wonder what kind of role he's going to play. I hope he kind of contributes more to Mando's story rather than, hey, I need you for this mission. I hope that he's kind of like done with all that now, and he's going to be like, how can I help you? You got a lot going on, and not to say he hasn't in the past, but I feel like Navarro should be kind of in hand, right? So saw Dr. Pershing. He looked kind of cool. The couple frames that we got of him. Don't know who he's consorting with, but I want to learn more about him. So I hope he plays a more integral part of season 3, and so that'll be interesting. The stuff with Bo, I mean, just I'm not gonna lie, Star Wars isn't huge on romances, but I kind of would like there to be a thing there. That's just me. That's just something that I feel. There's a tension there, respect that could lead to something. Maybe because I'm kind of pursuing that in my own life. Maybe that's I'm projecting my bias and what I want to see happen. So um, clearly, the story is going to be more important than that, but it wouldn't hurt them to do it. I don't think if they do it right, and I trust Dave and his team and any of the directors that have done Mando. So I wonder if Deborah Chow's going to have done any season 3, or Dave, to be honest, with him doing Ahsoka, because she did Obi-Wan, which I think they overlapped, and I'm pretty sure. Let's say Mando was shooting that the tail end of that maybe overlapped with Ahsoka, so that'll be interesting to see. I mean, if they're using the volume, I guess you could just show up at you know any given time and shoot your stuff. But that'd be curious to see how many directors they get for season 3, and maybe it's already known, and I just am not nerdy enough to go find out. But if you want to let me know in the comments below, that'd be great. Okay, did not see the dark saber. Interesting. He goes exploring. He gets chased by somebody. It kind of looked like Hondu's race. I don't know what their race is called. I could be wrong, but they look similar at the very least. So if I am, please let me know. Um, Maybe kind of like scavengers or marauders of some kind on his quest. So we did see a ladle going into water. I saw another thing that interested me was it looked like Vizsla reaching for the hammer, the Beskar hammer of the armor. I wonder what that's about. Yeah, um, yeah, it's gonna be a showdown between the armor and Bo, and I think that Mando needs to kind of find his own belief system right within the creed, and yet be tolerant of Bo lived her whole life a certain way. Like, you can't expect her to change. And I just hope it doesn't lead to conflict that leads to losing characters, losing Mandalorians. I just think they've had enough problems. Hopefully they can unify to defeat a common enemy or get galvanized to come together by Mando. I mean, that's what I want to happen. Are they going to give it to us right away? I don't think so. As much as I want to see it, I think my guess would be by the end of this season, we have at least established you know, a common purpose for going forward, and maybe he will have decided to take on the leadership mantle, right? Because sometimes it's forced upon you, and it feels like that's kind of the way it's going. I don't see this being too much about Grogu, other than the father-son dynamics. I don't think we're going to have to worry about him being pursued as the asset anymore. With uh, Moff Gideon in custody, Pershing kind of out there, not hasn't really been a threat any time they've encountered him. Um, so yeah, I'm hoping that part of the story is all behind us because I think it needs to move forward. I think they will. I think if you just feel the flow, right? It has to make sense. It has to move on. It has to grow. And this is about not that Mandalorian that hasn't grown, right? But um, he's grown into this father figure, this father role, and he does have the dark saber, which we didn't see. So I'm wondering what's going on with that, but we don't have to see it either. So maybe we'll get some more content down the road, and that'll fix itself. It's so cool, and you know, I love the fact that he's got to kind of get attuned to it, learn how to use it and wield it. And I'll give the armorer this. She did say in the last season, season two, or no, it was the Book of Boba Fett, episode 5, the Return of the Mandalorian. She said it's a much more honorable weapon for you to yield. She did not like that Beskar spear at all. So it is now. I don't know what else the rest of it was, but it's now armor for Grogu, which I could see. I saw one shot in the ship that he was still wearing. So yeah, I'm excited. I want to know what you think is going to happen. When do you want to? When do you think it'll come out? And do you think it's going to take us to Mandalorian? You know, claiming the throne and being the leader. Um, it's got to break one way or the other. So I like his honor code. I think he is kind of reverting back to what he's always known rather than thinking for himself. And I hope that's the journey we get to see, along with all the other exciting bits and mini story arcs. So, all right, well, can't wait for this. I mean, I have to, but I don't want to. It's what does Lando say in Solo? I don't like it. I don't agree with it, but I will accept it. So, all right, until we are assembled again, farewell, my friends. This is the way.